Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back into some more Anno 1800. Alright, so if you missed the community post over on the YouTube page recently, like a day ago actually, yeah, I had a whole episode recorded and my microphone was all messed up. The audio sounded terrible on it. Reason being, the microphone was turned around backwards. Yeah. Check your mic, guys. Check your mic to make sure it's facing the right way before you sit there and record for almost 2.5 hours to get ready to edit a video. It was so annoying. So anyways, we're gonna just jump ahead. I thought about just going back in time to when I first hit record and just start over from there, but I decided not to do that. We're gonna carry on and we'll just kind of go from there. So Tokyo is pretty much done. Let's take a look at Tokyo. We got a total of 83,000 people on the island. I could get more. We kind of figured that you could probably get somewhere within the radius of... Actually, no, I could... Oh, wait, no, I can't get more with these. They don't have a department store up there. We figured you can get somewhere probably around 200 to 250,000 people on this island if you really try-harded. But I got 83,000, you know, and I'm kind of cool with that. It was getting a little out of hand with all the skyscrapers. But, you know, it's not bad looking. For what it is, it's not terrible. I'm okay with it. So yeah, Tokyo is done. It's fully sustained. It is all happy. I am good with it. The only other thing I really want to do is, now that it is sustained, I would like to set up a trade route to take back the excess goods, essentially. All of the excess overproduction of everything, well, overproduction, all the imports, basically. I would like to take all of that back to Crown Falls and kind of use any excess here for Crown Falls itself. I think that would be a good way to kind of make sure we have enough goods at all time over on Crown Falls for later expansions. So in order to do that, what I would like to do actually is go under our statistics screen right here. And we're going to take a look at Tobias. So how often is old Toby coming around? He's coming around about every 36 minutes, it looks like. So he's coming around about every 36 minutes, roughly, is how often he is coming around. So, you know, it's a little slow, but it's not bad. This 90 and 56, I think that was something completely different. Actually, no, he is taking a lot longer. Ooh, he's taking like very long time, isn't he? It was 46 minutes. Ooh, rip. 46 minutes. I did my math wrong. He's coming around every 46 minutes. Are we running out of coffee completely in that time? Doesn't look like we're going to run out of coffee completely. It's going to get close. Let me do a quick pause right here. Let me watch that coffee. I need to watch that coffee for a second. Hold on. This is what you call shaving it close in terms of how much we have left over. I mean, it's still fine. A lot of people would see this right here and panic, and they would instantly start building more depots and getting everything else built. But Tobias is right here. So there's Tobias. So he is right there. He's about to come and unload the goods. It is really shaving it down to almost nothing. However, I'm okay with it, because I don't absolutely run out. Yeah, I don't absolutely run out. It is real close, but we're not. So, crossing my fingers there. You know, I could do something like maybe just forego some of the beauty building over here. Maybe add in another depot or two, like just this tiniest bit more storage. This island is just absolutely horrible for storage space. It's absolutely terrible. I could actually get rid of this fishery and bring in fish from another island. There's several different things I could do. Unfortunately, he is going over here to these, and he's not going to that. Well, that's at 5 per minute, so he's not going over there. And I don't have room over here for loading wharfs. which would help to increase the time and everything. So there may be something to be said about trying to rearrange this slightly if I can to try to fix that. I just don't know that I can. Anyways, so back to what I was saying. I wanted to take a look real quick and see how much we are importing of everything. And we're really not importing much. Really, coffee is the only thing. Coffee, looks like chocolate is at 1100, so we are bringing in lots of chocolate. So what I could do is I would probably leave the chocolate, and I wouldn't touch the chocolate and coffee, basically. Chocolate and coffee I won't touch. Those two things right there looks like I am kind of I'm importing the most of that. But everything else looks like, going back and looking at historical, everything else is pretty much the same. I could set a limit of, let's say, like 500,000-ish. 1,500. I could even go even lower for some of these other things right here. So let me go through here and tweak some minimum stock values of all of this over here. I'm also going to take a little screenshot so I can see this. I need to be able to see this and reference it. Now you can obviously just go through and set, an import set the same minimum stock for everything. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Just having a flat minimum stock and being done. But since I do want to try to use as much of as possible of these goods, then I think I'm going to go ahead and set it manually for each one a little different. So let me go through here and get some of this right here set up. Okay, I've got everything set now. Everything that we are producing on this island or importing in Docklands has been set to a minimum stock. The only thing that has not been set to minimum stocks are things that we are exporting. Now, this is kind of one thing that I really do wish that the game would separate out, is that it is nice that the Docklands uses the minimum stock, but it also is kind of annoying because it's like, okay, I'm producing pocket watches at extra because of Dario and my Dario and Bruno setups. I can't set this to a minimum stock to have it to bring those to Crown Falls, because once it hits that minimum stock value, then Docklands also won't pick those up and take those off for trade. So it's a little annoying. I could, like the same thing, like I'll never use all the gramophones. Like I'm only exporting 14 gramophones. I'm only exporting 100 of the pocket watches. So it's kind of annoying. I could probably go in here and maybe use up some more of the advanced weapons. That's a possibility. See, how many advanced weapons am I actually using per trade at the moment? We are using 540 tons of weapons. And actually, no, that right there was 36 minutes. That's really weird. Don't get it. I don't get that at all. So maybe we'll say 36. I don't know what the difference was between some of these. I mean, or is that math? Or is it I'm just bad at math? We'll say 36 still. 36, 37-ish minutes. Somewhere around there. Some number, okay? It's some number, whatever. Anyways, we picked up 540 tons of advanced weapons last time. That's what really matters right here. 540 tons divided by, we'll just say 36 minutes, is 15. We are producing 17 tons per minute. And we picked up 251. Again, divided by 36 is only 6.9. So I could utilize some more of these in my Docklands. That's actually not a bad idea. We could take out... Is that the only two places I'm using them? Is there and there? If I took that out, we put that there, 'and, 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 ' I mean, we're barely importing this stuff, so we'll see right there. That right there actually might be just fine. And that way, I can take the gramophones and pocket watches away from down here. I don't think we're hardly even using any. Pocket watches. Oh, I don't even have those turned on to my population. Like, I don't even have them turned on. What happens if I turn them on? Oh, God, how bad is it? Is it bad enough I just say screw it? Yeah, it's bad enough I can just say screw it. We're not even going to fool with that. What about gramophones? I can leave the gramophones turned on. We'll leave the gramophones turned on. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to hit my microphone. I'll leave the gramophones turned on. We'll just leave the pocket watches turned off, and we'll send the pocket watches back up to Crown Falls. I don't think I'm even... Yeah, I'm not even making jewelry, so just leave that. Gramophones I could set for... Yeah, I could set that down a little bit here. We'll keep a minimum stock of 500 gramophones. We'll keep a... We already have that one. No, we don't. Let's just keep a minimum stock and maybe say 500 of those. That'll be plenty. So now what I want to do is I have already gone through and deleted all of the trade routes that were bringing building materials down here. We don't need that anymore. What I do have is this guy here. So let's pause you real quick. So now we're going to go through and start picking stuff up. And pick up things like the bread and the soap. Obviously, a lot of this stuff is already, like, we already have this stuff in mass quantities. We started with the bread. Okay, we start with bread, soap, that, those. Can't do that. One of those. I could do that. Okay. And we'll tell it to unload all of this. And again, we're just going to tell it to discard cargo. I mean, yeah, we've got a lot of that stuff already in stock up there, essentially. So this is probably a little bit of overkill, but, you know, we're going to need it later on anyways, so we might as well do it now. Okay, so we ended with typewriters. So now what I need to do is just go get another ship. Set that from Tokyo to Crown Falls. And we will just kind of pick back up. Grab some of this. Not do the chocolate. Toys. Everything from there. We're not picking up any of this stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are going to need another ship. Because I have stuff over here too. Got stuff everywhere. Oh wait, I forgot fish. Yeah, so we'll do the fish on this one. Alright, we'll just tell it to discard the cargo. Okay. And last but not least, grab this one. Pick up all of this extra stuff that we're overproducing on. 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. I do have the wool, but I don't even think I care about the wool. How many slots do I have left? 2? I ought to get another. I really ought to get another Great Eastern for these, because that would make the most sense. Big brass and that back up there. Whoops. Now that I think about it, I think I just did one a little backwards, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay, the crown, I did tell it to drop that off. Okay. So now I just need, like... Got all kinds of crap on you. Oh, you know what? Let's just do one of these. Just because I can. Why not? That. Wait, did I already set all this? Do I need to do... Wait, do I need to do more? Or am I good? I think the only one I didn't get was the filaments, isn't it? Yeah, it was just the filaments then. I think we're actually okay. Yeah, I think we're actually fine. I don't need to do any more. Yeah, I don't need another trade route for that. Okay, we're good. Never mind. So that's going to start taking off the excess and taking that back up to Crown Falls to use up here for later. Good deal. All right, so that takes care of that. That does finally cap off Tokyo. Now Tokyo is handling its own, and it's supplying Mother Crown Falls with some excess goods, which is rather lovely. This annoys so many people, seeing Flotsam, seeing stuff that I've dumped overboard. It annoys people to no end seeing that, and you know what? I think it's hilarious, and so I just leave it. I love all the floating Flotsam of like waste everywhere. I'm perfectly cool with it. It does not bother me one bit to see all the waste sitting around. Look at that. Cool. All right, so that takes care of that part. Now, for the next thing right here is actually what I was working on in the last episode that got kind of screwed up. And this is where I need you guys to chime in and tell me what you think we should be doing, okay? Let's pop over to the new world. So in the new world, over on twitch.tv/DakaraZuka, if you're not following, you should be. We started work on a new kind of capital-ish city called Port Royale. Okay, we started work over here on this, and then I went through and I kind of halfway demolished what we worked on and started redoing it all in the episode that got ruined. So if you were watching on Twitch, this is the culmination of several hours worth of work after the stream that I was doing some time-lapse footage on, and I was doing commentary and audio on, and it was terrible. And I decided just to scrap the whole thing because I was so annoyed last night with it. So this is going to be our capital here in the New World. This is also going to be the city that we are most likely going to be expanding on when the rest of the Season 4 DLC comes out, because it should be our biggest city. So what do I need you guys' suggestion on? Well, what I can't decide is what I actually want the city. How big do I want the city? And I'm not going to touch any more Port Royale until you guys tell me what to do down below. And I'll see, what the consensus is on it. What I thought about doing was a crescent-shaped city, just here to there, just this part. Do the city from there to there. As you can see, I've been using the hacienda walls to kind of encompass the obrero section of the city. The more I look at it, the more I'm kind of like, it's okay, but at the same time, I'm like, maybe not. So, should I continue with this idea of kind of a quote, walled old city that just encompasses right here, and then outside it would be like ornaleros and farmland and all of that kind of stuff. Our hacienda is up here on this section of the crescent, with our hacienda and farmland stuff up here. Or should I just have the city encompass the whole thing except for maybe a section up here or something? Or maybe move the hacienda over here and have the hacienda over there instead. And just have one big city encompassing the entire island. I want you guys to tell me which one you want to do. Smaller main city right there with farmland up on the peripheries, or just a big city with maybe just the hacienda farmland and only farms around the hacienda basically, except for obvious things like plantains and cotton that you can't do here, but those would probably be part of the hacienda complex. Even though they're not hacienda farms, I would make them part of the whole hacienda complex in one area. So hacienda farm section area only, the rest of it one gigantic city, or smaller city and then farmlands on the outskirts. Which one do you think would look the best? You tell me down below, and then I will design it and we will get that built within a couple of episodes to get that started. Until then, Port Royale is on hold until because I can't decide how I want to do it. So you guys get to chime in and tell me how you want to see it done. It is a pretty cool city though. I'm really liking it so far. I'm doing the dirt road down the middle. It's something I haven't done in a long time, is a dirt road down the middle with the paved roads on the side. I think it looks kind of nice for the new world. I really like the way it looks. So it's very, very thematic. Lots of green and water everywhere. I really like how this is looking. I started doing a lot of decorating as well. Even like decorations that kind of these farmer decorations, like the clotheslines. It just feels, I don't know, something about it was just like, I could see a colonial Caribbean settlement, even the quote capital of the area, having, somewhat more rusticy vibes to it because it is, a colony type situation. So I'm really liking how it's coming along. It's been so much fun designing this. Little market halls and stuff kind of creeping up in between the buildings. Just interesting stuff I've been adding in. We do have a big old zoo over here. The zoos and museums and botanical gardens are done, placed on the island. I just haven't decorated them up. So we have a proud savanna, which reduces our alpaca and cattle farm modules. And we are using Eastern Jungle, which is just absolutely amazing because it has a 100% chance of giving you 5 tons of different New World goods. So that is our zoo. We have the Lost Cities for the museum, just very thematic for the New World. Lost Cities obviously gives you a 100% chance on harbor activity to get 5 tons of gold ore, or jewelry. Very nice. And then for the botanical garden up here, we are doing Sacred. Again, another 100% harbor activity thing. Gives you 5 tons of several different goodies right there. We're doing Enchanted, so I can have tobacco on this island and increase fertility. So those are my 2 botanical garden sets. I didn't want to do a lot, but I did do a fair amount. We got 1898 attractiveness, and these are also going to get music pavilions, which I have to go get the parts for. So in terms of our town hall setups, we are using everything that's giving us bonus item, bonus residence, some extra happiness, some negative happiness, but more bonus residence. All of our town halls have this same setup with the papal paper, the Jacob Sekau, and the Louis Hecate. So all of our town halls are like that. And then I think that was kind of it for the major stuff. Oh, decided even though we have no one in the game to fight, I'm doing a full pirate theme here. We have all of the specialists that let us build pirate sailboats, the frigates, the gunboats, and the pirate ship of the line. We have all of those specialists. We're gonna build a big old pirate fleet down here, just for fun. There's no one to fight, but I just want to do it. By the way, I really miss not having anyone to play with. I want at least the pirates. It's so quiet and boring. It's so quiet and boring right now. I want pirates or somebody. I want somebody to play with. So anyways, yeah. So Port Royale on hold. You guys tell me what to do.
I'm used to that.
We're in the presence of a virtuoso.
The people celebrate your leadership.
So the last thing I really want to do for this episode right here, this kind of a shorter episode in terms of content, just because, like I said, I had so many problems with things glitching out and the audio and stuff that I just don't have much time right now to record a full good episode of content. So you have to kind of bear with me on that. My main focus was going to be Port Royale, but now I've got to wait and figure out, because I built some of that on the last episode, and it's just, yeah. I want to get the rest of this palace done. Everything but the palace is basically good to go. We have quite a few more wings available for the palace. I want to get him squared away and call the palace done. I want to call the palace done as a tugboatman. Thank you for the tugboatman. So I'm going to get some of these put in somewhere. I had some there. Don't want to mess that up. I really like that. All right, so right here, I actually want to make this a gatehouse. Make you a gate. Was it 5? Yeah, 5. Okay. Make you a gatehouse, and then come over here. Whoop, nope. Gatehouse. There. Yeah, I want to kind of break up some of this right here with a few gatehouses. Drag a road all the way into the middle. Drag that road all the way into the middle. Little bit of this. Little bit of that. I'm not going to put anything right there. This is starting to kind of look like how I envisioned the whole thing to look in the end. I do promise that, like, there are visions. I do have visions for how I want things to look. So I can do one more, but I don't think I'm going to. I think we're going to call it done with this. So there's part 7. Part 7. There. Okay. Those little nubs. I don't know. I love those little nub thingies. They always just make me very happy. All right, so we're going to go under investors here and just going to kind of copy these over on both sides. Just some little sitting areas. Just some nice little sitting areas. And then inside this little courtyard right here, let's think about what I do right there. I mean, it's a lot of parks and sitting areas, basically, is kind of what it boils down to that I'm doing everywhere. You know, green space right here. Maybe we'll just do that. Some lights. You know what? I don't think I have... yeah, let's just do a fountain inside those two. How about that? We'll do some fountains inside that part. And we'll do some trees. I want some trees in here. There we go. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Alright. We're going to come back this way. Come back over here and come back over here and connect up to there. We are going to double this back end up with the enclosed greenery. Just to kind of finish it off. And then back here in this little corner, we do right there. And not make it look completely ridiculous. Feel a fountain would be decent. And yeah. Same one on both sides? No, it's got to be the same one on both sides. Has to be the same. I have to have it mirrored. If it's not mirrored, it will bother me to no end. Just a little enclosed greenery. I'm not going to go overboard with it. I'm not going to go overboard with the enclosed greenery. Just a little bit to kind of give a little separation right there, I think. Actually, instead of the enclosed greenery, I could use the hedges instead. Let's do that. Let's maybe do that with some hedges like this. Ooh. Like that? Yeah, I don't think I like that. Some people have suggested using the hedges to create mazes. I just don't really care for that, honestly. I've done that in the past, and then I always come back and look at it later, and I'm like, no, that's just not a thing. It's just not a thing. I don't like it. I never have. I've tried it. I really have, guys. I've tried the hedges with I tried hedge maze with the hedge pieces. If I can get that sentence out without flubbing it 10 times. And it just doesn't ever work for me. If it works for you and you like it, I mean, hey, you know, absolutely go for it. You know, live your best life, design, build, have fun with it. But some things I just don't personally care for, and that's just one of them. I feel like just needs just some nice parks. Some nice little topiary garden type thingies. I wish I had the topiary gardens. I have not gotten any from. I have been running like ridiculous numbers of whatchamacallits. The things that give you the stuff. You know what I mean. Botanical exhibitions. Yeah, botanical exhibitions, as well as botanical expeditions. And yeah, I've gotten nothing. The game is just absolutely not giving me anything worthwhile. I'm gonna put some of those in there, and then I'm gonna finish filling in these little corners right here. Some like little potted plant looking thingies. There and there. Now I can go back in with the enclosed greenery in some of these little spots, like right there. And I could go right there with it. Does that look absolutely absurd? It kind of looks absolutely absurd. The little 1x1s don't work. The little 1x1s. That doesn't work for me. Let's pretend I did not just do that. We'll just pretend I didn't do that. Instead, we will just go under investors. We will just grab some white cherries with some benches on them and place those around for some trees. I'm not going to do the pink ones. Yeah, just not feeling the pink ones. Okay. I feel like I have an extra one or something. Why do I feel like I have an extra one? Oh, it's because right there I did that. Yeah, right there I did that over on that side. Okay, there. So there we go. Just some nice little topiary plaza sitting areas back here for the government employees of my totally not palatial estate. And this is my giant headquarters. So yeah, there we go. Palace is officially done now. I am officially done with the palace. And I like it. I think it's one of my better palaces I've designed. Again, not over the top. I was not going for over the top and kind of outlandish looking. I wanted something a little more simplified and easy to look at. So I think I accomplished it pretty well. I am rather pleased with how it looks. And it's not too slopey. It's got one little slopey part right here, but it's not too slopey. Sometimes you build the palace and it's like the whole thing is like going at a horrible angle. So that's not too bad. It's actually sitting fairly flat right there. Yeah, it's not bad. You could probably, you can't really scooch it over anymore. You could make it a little more narrow, maybe. Or if you flipped it around, then it'd be running downhill that way. It's just Crown Fall is just such a pain to build on. But hey, at least it's flat from this angle, so that makes me happy inside. Alternatively, if you had enough coverage for it, which I don't even know what our coverage is, quite a bit. You could almost like put it like up here on a hill overlooking something. Some people put it up here. I've seen people put it up there, but then that does run downhill, so it will slope quite a bit. So there's a couple different places you could put it. I think I'm happy with where I have it right now. And I don't really want to pick up and move the entire thing because it won't fit anywhere else, and I like it where it's at, so it's staying. You get to stay right there. Did I screw myself up? I think I just did. Oh, God. Oh, God. What have I done? I have to go back through all of my town halls. Why did I do that? Those aren't. I'm confused. Taka's confused now. Taka also needs to go in and reactivate all of his oil buildings because we're about to start losing oil everywhere. Reactivate. Quick. Before we lose oil. All right, so with that, guys, that is it for me today. Let me know, again, down below, what you think Port Royale should look like. I want to get Port Royale finished and get it up and running so I can get started on my big project for Crown Falls itself and start expanding out our population a bit more. I'm ready to pass that 400,000, and I have another city island project to get started on that should bump us up near 500,000 here pretty soon as well. So ready for all that. I hope you are too. I will see you in the next episode. Until then, take care.